Hi and welcome back to The Decked. I am the author stylist, Rebecca N. Bryan, but you can call me Beck. If you can tell by the things I have set up today, we are decking out American Girl books. Yesterday my daughters and my mom had the immense pleasure of going to the American Girl place in Chicago, and we had a blast. I bought my kids way too much stuff, and we got to enjoy a really good meal in the restaurant. First, I wanted to go into a little bit of my history with the American Girls. Molly was my girl. I got into American Girls, I feel like I was a little bit of a late bloomer. I played with dolls my whole life. I really got into the American Girls probably around the age of 12, maybe 11 or 12. I'm gonna say 12. Molly was my girl. I had all her books. My daughter, my 7-year-old's reading them now, so a couple are missing. But Molly is now her favorite too. I remember having American Girl tea parties with my neighbors, who each had a doll as well. There were 3 neighbor girls next door. One of them's still my best friend to this day. I had like paper dolls. I had like a script, so we would put on kind of plays and make our parents watch them. Yeah, I had all sorts of American Girl. I still have a Molly cookbook to this day that my mom hung on to and gave to me recently. So yeah, I was all in on American Girls when I was middle school age, basically. So I was so excited to pass it on to my daughters. I gave my youngest Molly, and then my older daughter got a Truly Me doll one year for Christmas, which she named Brittany. So yes, I was really excited to go to the store. I wanted to dress up to get an episode out of it, plus I thought it'd be a lot of fun. I got the idea of actually dressing up as the characters less than a week before we actually went. So I had to pull some stuff together really quick. My daughter wanted to dress up as Molly, and I figured dressing up as Molly's mom would make a lot of sense. It'd be easy to do. You know, Molly's story is based in 1944, so I figured that'd be pretty easy to do. And then I was looking for other ideas for my older daughter, who does not really like dressing up, and I found that in one scene, Kit's story is set during the Great Depression, so we went with some 1930s fashion, and Kit saves the day, I guess. Kit dresses up like a boy to save the day, and she wears overalls and a striped shirt and a hat. So I had, my daughter already has a couple of pairs of overalls, so that was easy. And then I figured with my oldest going as Kit, my mom could go as Kit's mom and kind of wear some 30s inspired fashion, which, you know, was pretty easy. So yes, like I said, I got this idea days before, and I figured, okay, we are missing some pieces. I'm gonna hit Goodwill and see what I can find. I started at TJ Maxx, found this sweater. This is not the perfect like brand color sweater for me. So I picked this sweater up. I was actually looking for clothes for our costumes. I didn't find anything for me. TJ Maxx is oddly hit or miss lately. They have a very small dress section, and I couldn't even find a skirt section. I think I found 2 adult skirts when I was there. So I needed a skirt for myself. I needed a shirt to go under Kit's overalls, and I needed an entire Molly outfit. My youngest had nothing to work for a Molly outfit. So those are my goals. So I started at TJ Maxx just because I happened to be at Ulta and there was a TJ Maxx in the same shopping center. I found this. I found a yellow striped shirt, which looked pretty similar to the blue striped shirt Kit was wearing, except it was short sleeved. So I told my daughter this lately. She's like, good, I wouldn't have worn the long sleeve anyway. She hates long sleeves unless it's a sweatshirt. So score on that. So she was taken care of. She has got the overalls. She's got the button front shirt. I lent her a hat, and she already has the kind of work boots. So she's set. Then I went to Goodwill, one of the Goodwills in the area. This happened to be the one by work. And the first thing I found was the plaid skirt. I was hoping someone had gotten rid of like uniforms, like some kids have to wear uniforms to school, obviously. I was hoping some people got rid of their uniform stuff. This didn't look like it. This might have been part of a uniform, I don't know, but I found this really adorable skirt from Land's End for kids, and it was perfect. Looked just like the jumper from Molly Learns a Lesson, but the skirt part. The colors were spot on. I mean, the pockets aren't exactly historically accurate, but I was fine with it. It was perfect. Then I ventured to the boys section. Shh, don't tell my daughter it's a boys shirt, but I'm like, someone had to have been getting rid of a boys shirt somewhere in the realm of size 5 to size 8. And I did. I found one in size 6, a white shirt. It did have a stain on it that I didn't notice till after I bought it, but it was under the part that would be tucked in, so I was fine with that. And then I ventured to the women's section, to the skirts. This Goodwill did have an extensive skirt section, and I figured there's got to be something that's going to resemble a 40s style skirt. I wanted something at least knee length and in a solid color, basically darker color, hopefully. So I found some really good options. I was going to take pictures of that, but the day I was trying this on, I was wearing a dress, and for some reason I didn't think to grab just a plain shirt to try this stuff on with, so I don't have any pictures. Whatever, I was in a hurry, whatever. Anyway, I found the perfect skirt. I can only assume it's vintage because the skirt I found is a size 16 and it fits more like a size 12. So it was a little tight. I couldn't button it, but I could zip it most of the way, so I was gonna make it work. So then we got to debut our looks at the American Girl store. The first thing we did was get my girl's doll's hair done. Molly's hair, as you can imagine, it's still feeling not great, but it's a lot better than it was. I mean, I've had this doll since, I don't know, the late 90s, so she's very old. But her hair looks a lot better than it was. The original braids style is back. And then this cool, they also did this really cool waterfall braid on Brittany's hair, so we were really happy with that. I wanted to get my girls matching hairstyles too, but I did not book an appointment in time for that, so it's fine. I did my daughter's hair, it worked out fine. And then, like I said, we wandered around the store and kind of familiarized ourselves with all the new girls that have come out since I stopped paying attention to the brand. My favorite part of the displays they had up was seeing all the original girls together, because a lot of the ones I'm familiar with are now retired and you can't find any of their stuff. I don't think I saw any Kirsten in the whole thing, or any Felicity stuff. There was a little bit of Molly stuff. I think Samantha is still current. She's the only original that's still current, I think. Everyone loved Samantha when I was growing up. We wandered around the Welly Wishers section, since my girls both have a Welly Wisher, and the Bitty Baby section, since they both have Bitty Baby. Narrowed it down to a few things for each girl. Paid, they got to play with their stuff a little bit. And then, like I said, we had this amazing experience at the restaurant. I think this is new, but they have a fixed price per person, which is $25 a plate, and you get to have 4 courses. So everyone gets a petite cinnamon roll to start off. Oh, first of all, when you walk in, they show you to a shelf and say, take a doll chair for your doll that hooks onto the table, like they have for babies. So we had 3 dolls, so they took 3 doll carriers, and they also have dolls there in case you didn't bring dolls and you want them. So then they showed us to our table, they got our drinks. I must say, the cocktail menu there looks very impressive and delicious. I was driving right after that, so I didn't partake, but I will definitely partake. I will definitely plan ahead if I go back, because it looked awesome. You start with petite cinnamon rolls, which is apparently an American Girl tradition. They taste like puff pastries, more like cinnamon rolls. They were super delicious. Next course is a charcuterie board, from cheese to fruit kebabs to salami, bologna, and then the little pita bread pieces with spinach and artichoke dip, and then some olives. So a little bit of that for everyone. Then you move on to your main course. They have about I don't know, 12 to 15 options that you can pick from for an entree, including kid-friendly things and a little more complicated dishes for the adults. I got the burger. I was feeling a burger. My mom got this amazing looking shrimp salad, which I totally kind of wish I would have gotten. It looked really good. And then they serve you this chocolate mousse dish in a flower pot. That comes with the meal. We added on another dessert because I saw they had a cookie dough dessert that they served in a glass. So they came with like a martini glass kind of thing with 3 scoops of cookie dough, sprinkles, and Lucky Charms marshmallows. It was amazing, and what made it more amazing is I had it with a cappuccino. I love ending my dinners with a cappuccino and something sweet. I don't really get into desserts at restaurants, but when I do find a dessert I really like drinking it with a cappuccino. So I'm bougie like that. I don't know. It just feels so fancy when I end my meal with a cappuccino. I did see a couple tables of grown women with their wandering in with their American Girl dolls. I have to get a shout out to one. There was one woman who was carrying in a Tory Burch tote, like this huge Tory Burch tote that she was carrying her American Girl doll in. It's like, this is, I loved it. I want to be her, even though I know for a fact I'm probably 10 years older than her, but I want to be that lady. So that was our experience. I showed you some of the highlights. We had a lot of fun dressing up, at least for the most part. We had a lot of fun dressing up. We did see a lot of people, like little girls especially, dressing up in nice dresses or whatever for events. I don't think I saw anyone dressing up as the characters, not like at Disney, but I got an episode out of it. I got to dress up. I think we all looked great. I think we pulled it off. I'm so excited to share the American Girls with my daughters now. I will definitely be back, maybe with some friends. Thanks for watching this episode of The Decked. Stick around next week to see what topic or book I deck out next. Bye!